Hey guys, welcome to TalkersToGeeks.com reviews. Justin here. Today I'll be reviewing the game Die in the Dark, which was developed and published by Cybe Gaming, which will be available for you on Steam on July 20th, 2018. As always, I give you guys a brief synopsis of the game before I talk about graphics, gameplay, and sound. So, here we go. Trapped in the subway with nothing but a flashlight, no guns or knives around, not only will you face a ton of puzzles, but you will encounter zombies, vicious dogs, and a slew of other monsters. Burning zombies with your flashlight and hiding in closets might be the best way to survive, but you can choose the way you escape the subway. The game's story is centered around events that occurred July 2008 in Long Island, New York, when the Montauk monster washed ashore. Beachgoers stood there scared and confused. The monster looked like a strange mix of a pig and a dog. Not far from the beach was Plum Island Animal Research Center, which is known for its innovative animal experiments. 2 years later, another monster washed up on shore, but this time it was a human with elongated body parts. Reports suggested that Plum Island started experimenting on humans, not just animals. July 2018, the monsters of Plum Island escaped a secret lab in the NYC subway system. One lucky subway passenger is trapped on the subway. Can you survive and escape? So that's basically the whole gist of it when it comes to the story of Die in the Dark. And the more of the story goes, it's a little bit more explored as you're playing the game. I'm not going to get in too heavily on story because it's going to spoil the game for you. But it does, I will definitely have to say, you're going to be shocked with the ending. It's something that you're really not going to be expecting. And I thought that really made me interested. This hopefully will be a sequel to this just by that ending alone. Anyway, so let's talk a little bit about gameplay because that's why we're all here for games, right? So Die in the Dark lies heavily on exploration and puzzles. And for the most part, the puzzles really are challenging. The puzzles work. Die in the Dark does a good job of not holding your hand. They give you little hints like, oh, I need to find a key for this, but you're not going to know exactly where the key is. You are going to have to explore the stations. There's 3 stations, and definitely each station has different doors that you got to go through, different counterparts and stuff like that. So you're going to have to really explore the subway system to find hidden items, hidden keys, and everything else. And one thing that makes Die in the Dark even more challenging is that as you can see here, to defeat the zombies, who are relatively easy, you just flash a light and it burns them alive and, decremates them, so you don't really have to worry about the zombies. But the real challenge of Die in the Dark is basically your flashlight. Your flashlight batteries do go out, and they have this creature they call the Night Djinn. Now, what the Night Djinn is this creature that you have to have your flashlight on. The flashlight goes off, the Night Djinns come and attack you. And this is what I want to come into when it comes to sound with Die in the Dark. Die in the Dark does a great job when it comes to sound, because not only does the music really capture and set the tone of the game, you also have this little uneasy feeling as you're playing the game. You can hear the Night Djinns kind of creeping behind you. So you're always uneasy, and especially if you don't have batteries left, the Night Djinns are going to come for you. But here's the real challenging part when it comes to Die in the Dark. There's also creatures that are attracted to light. So you're going to have situations. There's this one puzzle, which I'm not going to tell you how to beat it, but there's the situation where you have to have the light on and off kind of simultaneously. You have to figure out, how the heck am I going to get through this if there's a creature that is attracted to light and a creature that's attracted to me when I don't have the light on. So that's one thing I really did like. And for the most part, the puzzles are fairly challenging, but you're going to do it's going to take you a while to figure certain things out, which is really good for those who really like those type of thinking games. And one thing I really did have to say as well is the atmosphere. It's a very atmospheric game. I thought graphically is not the strongest of graphics, but one thing that really makes up for it is definitely the use of lighting. This, especially in certain areas, I think I like the real use of the lighting, how lights are flickering, how you're walking through the sewers and you're just really examining, just using your flashlight. The flashlight is really the big highlight. And then just, when you're in the game called Die in the Dark, you need light, and just to make, light has to be your biggest, strongest aspect. And for this game, light is really its biggest, strongest asset. And I thought it did a really great job of capturing that type of on edge. And there's some little claustrophobic areas as well, too, for those who really are not fan of small spaces, there's gonna be times where you're in this closed area and you do not know what's around the corner. Jump scare wise, there is a couple of scares that I'm not gonna lie, it did get me. It's not something I was expecting. It came out of nowhere. I was like, oh crap. It's very subdued, so it just comes out of nowhere. You're not gonna expect it. And for those who want to know how do you die in this game, this is a one-hit kill type of game. So if you get hit once, that's it. But thankfully, Die in the Dark is very generous when it comes to auto-save and checkpoints and stuff like that. So you won't have to start the whole mission over or anything like that. Only certain puzzles. If you fail on the puzzle, you have to start the whole puzzle over and everything else like that. I would say probably for some people that might be a little frustrating, but that's the beauty of the challenge of the game. Stay for the ending. I definitely want to just stress that one more time. The ending was really shocking. I was not expecting it. Overall, you guys, Die in the Dark, you know how we rate this. We say buy it for full price, rent it, or wait for sale, rent it, or skip it. I'll say buy it. It's a fun game. It's a nice, challenging game. Puzzles are going to be fun to. There's one puzzle that's really difficult, but once it's done, you're going to have this satisfaction like, oh, I did it. The puzzle's over. Overall, you guys, the graphics is pretty good. I think the strongest part of the graphics is the lighting, the use of lights, the use of colors, the way that you give you this claustrophobic area. The zombies are fairly easy. I wish they were a little bit more challenging, but your main threat are actually the flashlight going out in the night gen and the other creatures that are lurking. The zombies are pretty much secondary to what other monsters that I'm not telling you for the sake of spoilers in this review are after you, that's stalking you or while you're playing the game. So overall, you guys, Die in the Dark is a really good game. I'll say go pick it up. For those who like letter grades, I'm gonna give this a solid B+. It's a really good game, so definitely. Or for those who like ratings, a nice 8.5. So definitely check this out. This is Justin from otakusofgeeks.com saying later days. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.